So, today I want to talk about one of the more complicated characters in the game. A character that a lot of people aren't sure of how to use, but who is so firmly placed in the meta right now. So he's a very important character to learn, and the character I'm talking about is, of course, going to be Sima Shi. So, what makes Sima Shi so complicated? That's a great question. It starts with his passive right here, Harmony. So what does Harmony do? Well, let's read. Sima Shi releases a charged attack 2/4 to obtain Yang. When he has Yin, his skill inflicts fire upon the target hit, dealing true damage equal to 30% of attack. So, what is true damage? True damage is a modifier that allows you to ignore your opponent's base defenses. So no matter what their defense is, you're going to ignore, in this case, 30% of their base defense based on your attack. Now there is a counter to true damage called ABS defense, which means absolute defense, but it's a very rare stat for characters to have, and it's usually only found on your weapon inscriptions. Anyway, Sima Shi releases a charged attack 3/5 to obtain Yen. When he has Yang, his skill inflicts rock upon the target hit, dealing true damage equal to 6% per second for 10 seconds. Rock doesn't stack and has no cooldown. So what this means is that Sima Shi is going to inflict a dot on his opponent. A dot meaning a damage over time effect. So the first one is also a damage over time effect, which is fire, but it's more of a burst damage option, whereas rock is going to be a lingering effect on the target. Rock doesn't stack, has no cooldown. Sima Shi blends Yin and Yang to produce Harmony. Each stack of Harmony increases his defense by 2%, max 4 stacks. And then if you go down to his final, you see the 30% and 6%. So Harmony actually stacks with his combat soul, if I can find the right one, right here, where if you get all of the stacks on the target, you actually inflict an effect known as confusion, which basically reverses the controls of the character. Like something akin to thunder. If you played the thunder mode, when your horse runs into that purple effect, your controls get reversed. That's basically what confusion does. But let's look at this. So 1 stack increases defense by 6% for 20 seconds. 2 stacks increases your charge skills. 6 is stiffen, or stiffen. Stiffen, we'll say that. Stiffen and increases anti-super armor by 26%. So anti-super armor would basically allow Sima Shi to ignore his opponent's super armor by 26%, 3 stacks increases attack by 10% for 20 seconds, and then 4, as I mentioned before, inflicts confusion. And the skill that is going to inflict confusion is going to be this skill, charged attack 6. So, just to go over the basics, we need to see this in combat, right? So we're going to go over here, and we're going to start accumulating stacks. Now I'm going to show this very slowly, so you see each effect. So let's start with charge skill 2, right? If you see here, Yang, it means he can now inflict fire if he combines this attack with, let's say 4. 1, 2, 3. Well, my bad. 2 and 4 are actually the same effect, so we're gonna go with 3. Now, if you look, he has Harmony, which means he has applied Yin and Yang to the target, which is a fire effect and lingering dot on the target. Now he can stack this multiple times, so what you want to do is go with charge attack 3 into charge attack 4 into charge attack 3 into charge attack 4. Now, if you see, we have 3 stacks. Now we're going to go for the 4th stack, and I'm going to show you an effect that's going to appear on Lu Bu after I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if you see here, Lu Bu has, if I can bring it up, Confusion after me inflicting C6 on him. This happens when you have the stacks maxed out on Yin and Yang, which would allow for Sima Shi to attack his opponent when they have reverse controls, which is very good. However, as you can see, it takes a while for him to build up these stacks, and again, they don't last forever. So, what you want to do, let's say, we're going to start in a battle sequence. We're going to stun him. Let's see if we can stun delay him. There we go. So what we're doing here is, again, a true combo in which we are C1, stun delay, C3, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's my bad. I did the combo wrong. We're gonna go 1. Nope, didn't do it again. Gotta wait long enough. There we go. So C1, stun delay, into C3, into C4, into Musou. True combo. And this gives us 2 stacks right away. Another thing we can do to get more stacks is 1, 2, 3. Well, I need to do the other one. That's my bad. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we have 3 stacks. So, obviously, your best bet is going to be stun delay after C3 into C4. And then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And inflict confusion. You want to do C6 when they're on get up, so attack before they're getting up and inflict C6. Now that's going to confuse his controls and inflict true damage on him. So let's go over this a little bit more slowly. C1 is his best, so this attack right here, break. His break C1 is his best attack because it has so much attack priority. He can do it from a very long range, and it's very safe. Another thing he can do when in neutral is we're going to just go C4. That attack right there, that very last attack, is actually safe on block. I can't really get the computer to block much though, but you can basically C4 and then dodge immediately after the animation ends. So we'll do something like, if he allows me, maybe not. Okay, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna do that combo, right? You can start neutral with this, or you can start neutral with C4. Okay, we'll do it again. You can start neutral with this, or you can, every time, bro, every time. You can start neutral with this and then dodge away. I'm gonna do it one more time because I feel like I messed that up. Lu Bu's got me tilted right now. There we go. You can also start neutral with this, his EX, and true combo into Musou. I'll see if I can do that again. I feel like I missed it. Yeah, we're just trying to complete this video in one take, so you'll have to excuse me. So we're gonna do this again. There we go. So those are his 3 main neutral starting options, and then once you're in advantage state, you can go C4, delay cancel into Musou. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going 3 strikes. I can cancel into EX or cancel into Musou, and it'll be true. 1, 2, 3, 3. And that is the most optimized Sima Shi combo. And then you can, if you really want to focus on building stacks, we're going to stun delay him here. Unfortunately, the move doesn't have great range, as you can see. And of course you can true combo his C2 into Musou as well. And then we can inflict confusion. I want to see if I can hit the full combo here. I'm just going to build up some Musou. Okay, we're going to stun delay. Nope, we didn't get it right. Do this one more time. We're going to stun delay. There we go. There we go. There we go. And that is Sima Shi. One of the more complicated characters in the game to use, but also one of the most rewarding. And another thing about Sima Shi is we don't even have his best synergy in the game right now, which is Sima Yi, which allows him to use electric induction alongside the fire dot that he deals and the rock dot that he deals. So he has a ton of damage potential that we're not even seeing in the game right now. So before I end this video, I want to go over his other exclusive bonuses. Dead air. Okay, here we go. So, right here. And I'll go over some viable build options that you can use as well. Let's look at his exclusive options here. When triggering rock, Sima Shi's damage per second increases by 10%, stacking up to 10 times. When triggering fire, rock's duration increases by 3 seconds, healing himself for 30% of attack. These attacks are basically symbiotic of each other, so he's always going to be healing and stacking his damage up to, on just T0, up to 100%. That's a 100% damage bonus if you're comboing his skills naturally as they should. Just on T0 for this godly soul. And then right here we got more books to read. In the presence of Yin, Sima Shi casting EX skill grants himself 2 stacks of harmony and reduces the target's penetration by 40%. Basically what this is doing is it's increasing Sima Shi's defense. So he's constantly increasing his defense as the battle goes on, making himself very tanky, because if he's decreasing the penetration of his opponent, he's increasing his defense as the combat goes on based on his passives, and he's healing himself. And in the presence of Yang, releasing EX skill consumes 2 stacks of harmony, dealing true damage. Basically what this means is his EX skill is going to deal true damage of 93% of his attack, which ignores block. So this means sometimes when Sima Shi activates his EX skill, he can just outright anti-block you, and it doesn't matter if you block the skill or not, it will go through if he's got both yin and yang active. And a lot of the times during combat, he will have harmony active. And then as you get to the final stack of harmony, you trigger C6 and trigger confusion. All right, so some build options we'll go over here. Obviously, the best one, because he's constantly healing himself in combat, is going to be Shirado, which is going to stack with the base healing that he's already enjoying in combat. Another thing you can do is, if I have it, Flame Rider, because he does inflict fire damage. It's not as much as, say, a Zhou Yu does, where fire damage is basically on every attack, but it's definitely an option for Sima Shi to have Flame Rider on. And then if his synergy once his synergy comes, we can put Electric on him. I think that's what it's called, Electric. Yep, Electric. We can put that on him, which would be that would basically be active on all of his charge attacks, which makes it a very strong option. And then you have East Wind, which decreases your EX attack cooldown by 4 seconds, which is very good. So the more EX attacks he can use, the more unpredictable he is in neutral. And then finally, you can go with something like Salvation, Breathe Adjust, Pangu. Pangu would be great because Sima Shi's always increasing his defense as the battle goes on. So Pangu is a really great option to stack on top of the defense that he's always building. When attack defense increased by 5% up to 5 times, so 25% defense increase, along with the defense that he's always increasing on himself. This is a great option as well. Alright, that will be the end of the Sima Shi video. I hope you guys found this informative, and I hope this helps characters grasp one of the more underrated characters in the game right now, who has huge potential to be a menace in the meta right now. Alright. Leave comments if you have any more questions concerning Sima Shi, how he's played, his true combos, his passives. I'll do my best to answer them, and I hope you guys pick him up and give him a try. Alright, bye-bye.